Heyo! So, you want a computer in the year 2026? Well, I'm sorry, but you're kind of shit out of luck. Unless you get creative. Introducing the AMD BC-250, a weirdo board that's basically a PS5 slapped onto a graphics card. But it's not a graphics card, it's just a similar form factor. The point is that it works. I've built a couple of mini consoles with AMD BC-250 boards over the past year, and even though they've gotten more expensive, that doesn't mean that they're unaffordable. It takes a little bit of legwork to get everything together, but it's damned worth it. Consider it also, it's a fun project for a weekend. It has 6 cores and 12 threads of Zen 2 processor for you to work with, at least starting off. It has 16 gigs of unified RAM, and it's GDDR6 too, so it's pretty damn speedy when you're using it just as RAM. Unfortunately, it's set to only have 24 of its 36 official CUs or execution units turned on, but we can fix that. And it has one NVMe slot for you to stick storage onto. So why did I get started with this little project? Well, my sibling doesn't know how to use computers. They specifically don't know how to build computers. I handed them my RTX 2070 Super with weird AIO shit tacked onto it 3 years ago, and they never installed it. They handed it back to me a few weeks ago and said, "You figure it out." And they mentioned that they've been trying to run Helldivers on it, which they can't really do if they're planning on playing over 30 FPS. So I offered them an option. I told them, I will pay for it, I've got it covered, just let me do a weekend project. And they agreed. So I went to eBay, I bought one AMD BC-250, that was very obviously broken, so that's a problem. I bought a second one, which was a total combined cost of $250 because it included a $50 NVMe drive. The problem was that it kind of shipped with a 256 gig one, so the seller just gave me a new half terabyte one for free. So that's a thing. I had a bunch of fans sitting around from other projects I've been working on, and I bought a $40 on sale SFX power supply. I rigged all that up, stuck it into a 3D printed case that I made. The total filament was like maybe $10, and it works. So now, after some testing and tweaking some settings, and also unlocking 2 extra cores on the CPU, because there are actually 8. So now with 8 cores unlocked and 16 threads of total power available, running at 3.85 gigahertz, because that's what I could safely overclock it to with the cooling I have, combined with a full 40 execution units on the GPU running at full speed, we're talking over 2 gigahertz. This thing runs nicely. I'm testing it out right now with a 2K monitor, so it's not exactly running the way it should, but in 1080p, this thing can reach high frame rates on most games. Helldivers 2 is notoriously CPU bound, so I wasn't expecting it to do very well, but I can lock it down at an effective 1080p at 60 FPS, and it just works. I could probably get it to run even better if Helldivers ran properly, or if I let the Vulkan shaders actually compile. For now, this is way better than they were getting before. In my opinion, little garbage builds like this are just zen. They're fun. I appreciate being able to make something for somebody with parts that would otherwise be thrown out. Believe me, I understand that having an RTX 5090 and a bajillion gigabytes of RAM is worth its weight in gold right now. But sometimes, you gotta work with what you have. And in this case, for a total cost of under $300, this is pretty nice. It sure beats the pants off of all these weird Facebook Marketplace postings I've been seeing. And it's a machine that can work as a general desktop unit too. So if you're just browsing the internet or watching shit on YouTube, it works great. The AMD BC-250's community has been kind of amazing. These guys are making fool's gold into actual gold, and I appreciate the hell out of that. Some of them are doing it for LLM related stuff. Okay, fair, whatever. But a good chunk of people are actually using it to make gaming machines that they can give to their family members or use themselves because they just don't have the budget to buy something really friggin' expensive. Have you seen entry-level gaming PCs right now? $1,000 for a machine with a 5060 in it? Are you nuts? So, you know what? Yeah. This is basically the modern equivalent of the old school method. Grabbing a Dell Optiplex and sticking a GPU in it, and praying. What's your favorite little PC build that you've done? Or something weird you've done with hardware that you thought was outmoded? I genuinely want to know. I love this stuff. It's fun. It's relaxing. And I like being able to see what I can do with parts that you would usually throw away. I've left some links in the description if you need to look up how to use this thing properly. There's an entire wiki full of information about it. And if you Google around a little bit, there are subreddits and other communities where people are making sure that this thing runs nice and smoothly. I'll also be including some information on where you can buy the AMD BC-250, because on eBay, these are going for $200 right now. But for under $300, if you're lucky with the parts you buy, you can get some really good stuff here. But if you go to AliExpress and you get lucky with a seller that is relatively reputable, you can get one for about $140, maybe $130 after tax and shipping. It's pretty solid. I have one on the way right now, actually. Just be careful where you buy these and double check to make sure that it's not being sold as is or in a condition that is obviously damaged. Double check your stuff. That's all I ask. But yeah, happy hunting.